Hi, I'm Tatvik, and I'm going to look into why people back projects on Kickstarter. In their frequently asked questions, Kickstarter explains why people back projects. A lot of backers are rallying around their friends' projects, some are supporting people they've long admired, many are just inspired by a new idea, others are inspired by a project's rewards. Creators of projects on Kickstarter must offer rewards to the contributors. It's much similar to how PBS offers you a tote bag if you make a donation during a fundraiser. However, Kickstarter project backers should not be called investors, as they aren't expecting a project to give them the greatest return of their money. And Kickstarter says that while some projects may go on to make money, backers support projects to help them come to life in the first place and not financially profit. The rewards from artists in response to contributions are most often of lesser value than the contribution itself. The main reason for this is the logic of a gift exchange. Kickstarter is rather a platform for non-economic transaction, a platform that builds friendships and communities, because the donation and the reward gift doesn't bring the transaction to completion. Successful artists are in a permanent debt to the backers. And many of the successful artists helped promote other projects. And if the artists don't show the appropriate reverence for their benefactors, public opinion can turn nasty. But I'll talk about that later. So mostly people back projects if they know the artist or they are simply intrigued by the project and they want some sense of participation in it. Many experts, however, argue for some, backing projects on Kickstarter is an addiction very similar to internet poker or online shopping. Kickstarter's terms of use specify that Kickstarter isn't liable for damages or loss relating to rewards or any other use of the service, but backers who are well aware of the risks frequently pour thousands of dollars into projects that may never succeed. Serial backers are always testing themselves on the capability to pick the most successful projects, similarly to placing a bet in a racehorse. Some also experience a rush that comes with watching the total funding amount increase as the clock ticks. The crowdfunding sites appear to attract a fair share of well-intentioned people. Kickstarter backers have early access to products. It may seem like a small gain, but it matters in the startup community where many pride themselves on being early adopters. Funding a project gives them the sense of being part of a budding online community. For people who live in faraway places like Australia, for example, backing Kickstarter projects let them feel connected to the tech scene. And for wannabe entrepreneurs or startup enthusiasts in the scattered corners of the world, crowdfunding offers an escape. Now, getting back to how public opinion can turn nasty and what happens when no product materializes, you might have heard the story of Seth Quest, who designed the hand-free iPad accessory. He placed his project on Kickstarter, and he was quite lucky to soon reach his 10,000 goal. Here is the hand-free iPad accessory. And the reward that Quest promised to his backers was the hand-free accessory itself. Now, once funded, Quest needed to build the stands, manufacture them, and ship them out to his backers, but this became problematic. Quest was a product designer, and he never started a company, he'd never manufactured a product. Among his backers was Neil Singh, Arizona insurance lawyer, who eventually forced this entrepreneur into bankruptcy. Quest failed to ship the devices to backers, and when he announced that the hand-free project had officially failed, Neil Singh sued the designer and his business partners. And as Quest put it, backers can give you massive support, but they can also tear you down if you fail. Thank you.